Yeah, so we ended up, the world was still in lockdown at this moment, we were still in that sort of limbo of some states were open, some states weren't, lockdown was still a thing. So after our fight, we came back and we started talking to Jamal Hill's coaches, his corner team, absolute gentlemen. We shared a whiskey with them. Jamal come back, and then we had a whiskey with him. I had received my black belt that night, and then Audie for Paradigm came up to us and said, "Listen, we're going to a nightclub if you'd be interested. It's an after party. I think it was for Izzy. Izzy was fine. Yep. So it was like there was myself, Izzy. It's like a ragtag of hoodlums. There was Francis Ngannou. There also was Jimmy Manawa, and we ended up in this nightclub. Place was bouncing. Me and Jamahal Hill are having a dance off in the dance floor, which I clearly lost. And then we go outside into the main street, and there's just boxes of proper 12 whiskey. So myself, Jamahal Hill, and Jimmy Manawa were just sitting in this vehicle, just drinking this bottle of whiskey. It's the worst I've ever been. I end up in this penthouse, and then the next lot's kind of blurry. I don't really know how I get into here. I know how I get into the limo, and I know how I get out of the limo. Just all the in-betweens didn't really match up. It was like missing slides. And the next thing, I wake up the next morning with no clothes on, and my clothes are in the corner covered in sick. And my coach looks at me and says, "I had to strip you. I had to take your sick-ridden clothes off you. You owe me." And it was like one of the ones. I'm sorry. I felt like a wee boy, when you've done something when you're like up at the headmasters. You're like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean that." But crazy night. You share an experience like that with somebody like Jamahal Hill. I wish him nothing but the best. And even when he gets that victory, when I believe he will, in Brazil, there's no hostility between us two fighting again. Like, I don't know what the UFC's got planned. Maybe Jamahal Hill offers me an opportunity to fight for that title, having that only loss in his record. You never know, but I imagine there's going to be a lot of people wanting that title shot. But I just believe that I've done my time in this division. My last fight didn't go my way, but I still believe I've racked up enough wins. I've racked up wins against, as you said, Jamahal Hill, Ankalaev, Krylov. I fought the who's who in that top 10, and I just need these big fights to get me closer to that. In that same breath, I believe Johnny Walker, who's a big name in the light heavyweight division, he's this character who does some crazy stuff. He does his worm, dislocates his shoulder, does spinning back stuff. Wild athlete, but I believe in my skills, and I believe I'll be able to stop him.